Audiophiles, what I love and what I don't love. First of all, I have a few audiophiles as friends, but I have lost more audiophiles as friends than I have today. And I realize that's a statement, but it's a fact. See, I've found over the years that, some people give you song recommendations and, or swap CDs or stuff like that. And then, things change and all of a sudden you're in the streaming world. And I remember the first time I ever got someone who sent me an Apple song through Apple. And yeah, I had an Apple phone and I could open it, but I didn't have Apple Music. So yeah, I could listen to it, but it was very brief. And then things change with Apple and, things change with phones. So now, 70% of the world uses Spotify and I don't use Spotify, but I've got Spotify on my phone so I can get the song if somebody sends me a song or texts me a song or sends it to me in a YouTube file or sends it to me, in all kinds of files. Or from different streaming systems. Like I don't have Cobus, so I can't open that. So it's just best you text me the song and I Google it for myself or I look it up on my streaming service for myself. If I have the time, which is in the evenings, typically, or Sundays, typically, and that might be your story as well. But it's always, you should hear this on my blah, blah, blah. Sounds like shit in my car, but you should hear it on my blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I just got this new thing, and oh my God, I played this song, and it just woke everything up. And, the truth is, it just becomes about how good it sounds on what I have. The truth is this year I did a test. I bought a JBL boombox, and I wanted to bring it to work from now on, or not now on, but here and there. My guys have Milwaukee stereos that come with their tools, DeWalt stereos that come with their tools. And they always listen to the radio, and it just keeps them, mentally from going insane or whatever. And you have to love the music in order to appreciate it, because music can sound good on just about anything. I have an amazing stereo in my car. Does it sound as good as my 2-channel? Well, no. I love 2-channel listening. Why do they release the new Jimi Hendrix on Axis Bold as Love on stereo and mono, and they keep it down to like 2,000, 2,500 productions of each? Well, that's for an audiophile. That's for an audiophile to explain. Because the one guy yesterday, I was watching a YouTube channel, and he just said, he says, oh, buy the stereo one. It's just way better. It's way better. I've already compared it. And I'm like, is it released already? And then I looked at the time date stamp on the video, and it was just released 12 hours ago. So, has he listened to it already? Or does he just know his equipment and know the recording well enough to know that it would sound better in stereo? And that's where he alluded to knowing that. And I was like, well, pretty much all things sound better in stereo. Some things sound really good on Dolby Digital Surround. But nothing beats 2-channel. It's just me, especially if you have a revealing stereo. But isn't it about the music? I think it's kind of strange that people just listen to their equipment. Now, don't get me wrong, you spent money on that equipment. But that equipment is supposed to make you smile. It's supposed to make you feel something inside. It's supposed to stop you in your tracks and make you listen longer. And the truth is that's why I own a record player. Because a record player is not the greatest sound. Just isn't. I'm not going to argue anybody. But it's a different sound. It's a miraculous sound. It's a sound that it's an unmistakable sound. It's an unmistakable, engaging experience. You know? So, and I guess if you have the right phono stage, and I guess if you have the right record player, and I guess if you have the right amplification, and I guess if you have the right speakers, it sounds absolutely amazing. And at my age, I might have some of that stuff. But it's always been the music first. You know, why does it always have to be, oh, this sounds so good on this. This would sound better on this. This would sound better on this. This is this. Now, there's a variety of things in the world. A variety of different products in the world. And it's just getting to be out of control. You know what I mean? Not that I don't want every company in the world to succeed that builds an amplifier, or builds a preamp, or builds a streamer. But good God, man, when is enough enough? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyway, just my 2 cents. I don't know. What should I title this video? Why I keep losing audiophiles as friends. Because it sucks. You're 50 years old. It's hard enough to make friends, and then they just brag about their equipment and tell you that yours is shit or whatever. It's something I can't stand anymore. Anyway, thanks. You guys have a great day. This is VSP, Viking Progressive Hi-Fi.